He asked why single men without kids like himself get criticism for not wanting to be with single moms, and they answer by saying, shut out the men that step up where men step down. Look at that already. Wait, I missed it already. Hold on, StreamYard. Hold on a second. All damn ready. Don't even take Kay a second, okay? Let me know that you can hear this. Hold on. Here we go.
Man who doesn't have any kids, why do we catch criticism for not wanting to commit to a woman who has kids?
Okay, so here's the thing. It's not that y'all catch criticism from not wanting to date a woman who has kids. It's that because when you don't want to date this woman who has kids, you interfere with other people wanting to date her and try to push the narrative that if she's not your type, she shouldn't be anybody else's type too. We never get mad when anybody talks about the things that they like. It's when the conversation becomes that nobody should want to be with y'all single mothers, do we start getting the backlash, right? Because if you don't want to date women with kids, guess what? Don't date women with kids.
This ain't me saying you ain't a real man if and a real man would. This is me saying shout out to the men that step up where other men stepped out.
I'm with you.
Shout out to the men that seen the value in you as well as that life. Shout out to the men, because without those men, where would I be? There are so many boys.
As a single man who doesn't have any kids, why do we catch criticism?
Boys that needed that guidance in that direction. And there's a man that loved their mama so much, they loved them too. They showed up for them.
I can hear Obsidian talking about him right now.
Let me tell you this. I'm glad you disqualified yourself. Because single moms ain't for every man. You got to have a certain level of responsibility, character, and intention. Let me tell you something. Single moms scare off men without motherfucking intention.
Let me say this, because I've been a single mother. We don't be worried about y'all. Let me say that first. Let me preface by saying that first. Y'all be summoning us. Because y'all be getting up in them comment sections and talking about us. When we be posting our kids and stuff, or when we post a man who actually wants us, y'all jump in the comment sections and call this man a simp and start antagonizing him. So then we don't have no choice but to start talking about it. Your preference is your preference.
Boys that needed that guy.
We don't care. Quite frankly, you probably shouldn't be a stepdad. You may not qualify for that.
Matey, I just be saying they not my preference. That's all I say.
Hold on, are you
your type?
That's all I say.
Date your type.
I guarantee you though, I don't be all over line. Shout out to my husband, but even before my husband, you didn't catch me online talking about what my preference was. It's my preference. Why I gotta explain it to the world? Why I gotta explain it to anybody else?
Well, because his preference don't want him. Because if your preference wanted you, you wouldn't even care about what your non-preference wanted.
Who believes that? Why is he a simp? Come on, y'all. See what I'm talking about. We're gonna listen to it again. I interrupt. I probably because it's not on my phone, honestly, JP. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's not on my phone. I had to offload in order to do an update. Maybe it'll work now, but thank you. I didn't know. Why is it, first of all, that they got to attack that man? But he shouldn't have came up there and asked that damn question, because who gives a shit what people think? Too many people are too worried about what other people think. Too many, in my opinion. Too many. So let's hear it again. I see all y'all saying simp. So is that simp for Ace Metaphor, or is that simp for the dude? Legend? Is that simp for the dude, or is that simp for Ace Metaphor? Her husband is you talking about Kitty's husband is a simp? Goodbye, y'all. Oh no, worst decision I made. Oh no, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. All right, let's hear it again.
Single man who doesn't have any kids, why do we catch criticism for not wanting to commit to a woman who has kids?
Why do we catch criticism for not wanting to be with a woman who has kids? Is he the simp? Simp for everyone? Simp for all these things? Oh no! Now every see. The day wasn't over yet, Reaper. The day wasn't over. You didn't know what I had in store for y'all. Now everybody a simp. All right, so he asked the question. Y'all calling him a simp. I don't know why anybody freaking cares what anybody thinks, but this probably wasn't the right audience to sit up here and ask this question to. Meaning, because if you see this, because I've been to one of these, as y'all know. I've been to one of these, and it is mainly women. It's definitely women, and any man that comes to this event is typically here with a woman. Very few, like, I don't think men are saying, you know what, let's go over to the tonight's conversation, child. They probably should, because there's so many women there. I'm just saying. I'm just letting y'all know. Or y'all should go to the church, because you know they over there too. But let's hear it.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's not that y'all catch criticism from not wanting to date a woman who has kids. It's that because when you don't want to date this woman who has kids, you interfere with other people wanting to date her and try to push the narrative that if she's not your type, she shouldn't be anybody else's type too.
Is that what y'all do? So she's saying that because she's not your type, you try to hinder other people from being with her. Is that a real thing? I've never heard that before. Oh, okay, so I don't want to be with a single mom, so I'm going to tell everybody not to be with a single mom. And everybody got to listen. Y'all do talk about it amongst these parts of the internet, of course. But y'all, people really going out in the rest of life talking about, you shouldn't do it, you should. I don't know anybody that does that. And of course, I don't know anybody with most of this shit, but I don't know anybody that does that. I'm just saying. And these people spend around $200 to sit there and listen to this ish. I spent about $135. Yeah, I sure did. I had a good time. Never heard that either. Exactly. Never, ever, ever, ever. Her feelings are hurt. Maybe. Big Joker says she's partially right. She's partially right that, yeah, I see it here on the internet. I don't see it in real life. I see it in this sector for sure. So the question is, outside of this internet, outside of this sector, do you see it? I don't see it outside of here. That's just me personally. People I know, no.
We never get mad when anybody talks about the things that they like. It's when the conversation becomes that nobody should want to be with y'all single mothers, do we start getting the backlash, right? Because if you don't want to date women with kids, guess what? Don't date women with kids.
This ain't me saying you ain't a real man if and a real man would. This is me saying shout out to the men that step up where other men stepped out.
I'm trying to understand if Ace is one of them people that stepped up. Is Ace one of those dudes that stepped up and he's, because from what I understand, he ain't seeing nobody in particular, allegedly, at the last show. The last show in, what was that show? December, I think? The show that I went to in December. I agree. The internet is not real. Everybody on this bitch lying. So you can't go by none of it, but people do and put their faith in people they don't even know. Listen to people they don't even know. Just because they said something that made them feel good, child. All the time. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Ace probably isn't dating a bunch of single baby moms. I'm just saying. Next time, ask me before you spend $135, because if you didn't double it, ma'am, you messing up. I went to have a time. I had an experience. If you don't leave me alone,
I'm with you.
Shout out to the men that see the value in you as well as that life. Shout out to the men, because without those men, where would I be? There are so many boys.
As a single thing.
Oh, so Ace must have had a step daddy. I had a step daddy too, and a daddy. I had two. Shout out to me. But child, that was a different time. Just like when we was up here talking about how you can't apply 2026 rules to 1971 rules. So that was a different time, and that was not a big, that was not abnormal. Now, y'all want to act like it's all abnormal, even though I see you all the time. Like I tell y'all, especially when you be like, oh, she need to lose weight, big back, child. I be on them cruises. It don't matter. Child, them people be married and fat and in the pool, okay, in two pieces. They don't give a damn. This is all internet talk. Now, the part that's the problem are the people that have faith and be on the internet so much that they believe anything and everything that people say, don't look into it, and just say, because they said it, like I said a second ago, and it makes them feel good, then they go ahead and want to go forth with it. Don't even know who they're talking to. Don't even know who they're listening to. Don't even know if they got any credentials. Ain't even listened to them long enough to even see where they stand with regard to anything. At least be listening to somebody where you've listened to them enough that you know where they stand. Child, these people don't do that. Enough of these people don't do that. That's why they all over the place. That's why they can't have relationships, in addition to other things. But that's it as well. Thank you, big boy. He said, I caught a lot of flack in '08 because I didn't date baby mamas. I dated my wife because she didn't have any kids. I married my husband because we didn't have any kids outside of each other as well. I wasn't gonna do that. I was too young. Why would I want to be a mother of somebody else's kid and I ain't even have my own kid yet? In my mind, that don't make sense. In my mind, that never made sense. Even after, especially after that dude I told y'all about who was divorced or in the process of a divorce, and his wife showed up to my house and they had 3 kids. I'm like, why would I want to put myself in the middle of this type of shit? This is why I'm just like, people don't be thinking about these kids. Imagine you with somebody, y'all break up and y'all don't want to resolve it, and then somebody come knocking on your damn door just because you dating their husband or ex-husband. Well, are they not allowed to move on? Or they got to deal with you I got to deal with you for the rest of my life, which means my kids have to deal with you for the rest of my life. Like at this age, like just if you're like I'm 54, y'all know that. At 54, if this was my lot in life and I'm dealing with somebody and they have a kid, it's not a big deal at this point because I've already have my kids and I've raised them with their father, not being shipped here, not being shipped there, not having this woman, not having that man. And then they break up. So there's another man, and then they break up and then there's another woman. No, that's chaos. I don't care what nobody say. That shit is chaos and it's chaotic, especially when you got multiple parents and then one parent ain't doing the same as another parent. So then another one want to act crazy because that parent is doing more for that brother or sister and your parent ain't doing nothing for you like what the other one is doing. People want to try to act like that shit don't make a difference. People want to act like that's not a big deal and that don't have no effect on kids. It does. Godfather Sports says my dad had 2 families at the same damn time. It was a while ago, I'm sure. Because these people don't even take care when they do have other kids with other people and then get with somebody else. They just thinking about themselves. That's why these kids is out here wilding. They ain't taking care of these kids. You can't tell me nothing.
A man who doesn't have any kids.
Is in that direction. There is a man that loved their mama so much they loved them too. They showed up for them. Let me tell you this. I'm glad you disqualified yourself. Because single moms ain't for every man. You got to have a certain level of responsibility, character.
You got to have now you want to shame. You got to have a certain level of responsibility and character. So now you don't have responsibility and character because you don't want to take on somebody else's kids. Now, you know, I don't talk about this too much. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't care. You know, I'm just messing with y'all with the SYCBM. I wouldn't do it. Why would I want to take on somebody else's issue, their kids, and I can't discipline them? Because, child, the way I discipline a kid probably ain't the way you discipline a kid. And I don't feel right putting my hands on somebody else's kids. I'll do it, but I don't feel right doing that. Not even with my grandkids. I don't like to touch them, but I will if I have to. Trust me when I tell you, but they're not my kids. I know they're my grandchildren, but I didn't bear them. That's not my responsibility. And who would want that? Especially in this age range. Fuck them kids. No, that's a you problem. No. I don't know how these people do it. But don't be trying to shame these people because they don't want to take on somebody else's responsibility. That's your responsibility. So be responsible. Holla at me when they're grown. I think that makes sense. Holla at me when they're grown. Especially if you have different parenting styles. Nobody thinks about that shit either. Dr. Matt said, Missy, I just got over my daughter hating me for 3 weeks. Not 3 weeks. She needed money today and poof, the hate is gone. Ain't that interesting how that works? And trust me, our youngest daughter who never calls, if I called her up and said, I'm going to give you some money, I bet you she answer. If y'all been here before when I've texted her and she ain't never answer all damn day to the next day, you know that them biatches, they got their own life and I let them. Imagine taking on somebody else's kid. Hell no. Hell no. Have your own first. My opinion, have your own first and see how you like it. Okay? Have your own kid first and see how you like it. Now imagine dealing with all that with somebody else's kid and then having another parent that comes into place, or 2 or 3. Child, that's crazy work. But to each his own. But I don't agree with them shaming this man. But he shouldn't have brought it up. Big boy, thank you, boo. He said we hit 20 years this year. 3 kids later, 1 in college, 1 in middle school, 1 boy in elementary. # Generation X rocks. Absolutely. Congratulations. And shout out to the kids. Yeah. Because they should be the same parents under the same damn roof. Work it the hell out. Nope, everybody got to be happy, child, and moving around and causing and creating the chaos in their kids' life. Thank you, Reaper. He said Ace is using bird hands, not simp talk. I'm not disagreeing with you with him this time though, because they sound crazy trying to make that man feel bad. Now he shouldn't have brought it up here, but you know he did it.
And intention. Let me tell you.
Clearly, all the real niggas stayed home. That must include him. Look at them shaming this man. Look at this, okay? Because I think differently. I think about business, right? So this man paid money to come to y'all's shit for y'all to now come and insult him. Now I just told y'all a lot of men don't come. So you think that this is going to encourage men to come to this shit, Bueller? I wonder why men didn't show up at the singles mixer at church. I wonder why. Men can't even come up here and ask a daggone question without a bunch of niggas getting all up in his grill, basically. Trying to make him feel bad. Trying to shame him. Whatever the words you want to use. And that's okay. That's a great business plan, Ace. That's a great business plan, child. So then you got this nigga up here writing this shit on the board in front of everybody. And what does that do? Gets all them single ass bitches in the crowd. You see when they're paying. Pay attention when they're paying. You'll get all them bitches in the crowd, all single and alone, to sit up here and say, yeah, Cisco, sis, and yeah to Ace, and yeah to this dude. And then they like, and still be going home alone. Then making videos talking about how come nobody showed up. But maybe I'm wrong.
Do something. Single moms scare off men without motherfucking intention.
Mike, don't do that, Mike. Let me say this, because I've been a single mother. Mm-hmm. We don't be worried about y'all. let me say that first. Let me preface by saying that first.
And I love Kitty, I do. But she ain't need to do it either.
Y'all be summoning us.
So y'all be summoning the single moms, y'all? Y'all be summoning the single moms?
Y'all be getting up in them comment sections and talking about us when we be posting our kids and stuff.
Like I said, on the internet. This internet shit. I ain't never heard nobody have a conversation in real life about none of this shit till I got on the internet.
Or when we post a man who actually wants us, y'all jump in the comment sections and call this man a simp and start antagonizing him. So then we don't have no choice but to start talking about it. Your preference is your preference.
Boys that needed that
preference, we don't care. Quite frankly, you probably shouldn't be a stepdad. You may not qualify for that. Matey,
Imagine saying that you don't qualify for being a stepdad when you just now said that you ain't got no kids and you don't want to be a stepdad. Imagine that.